English Flow podcast.
From Speak English Flow Daily.
Hello, English learners, and welcome back to the English Flow podcast, your go-to podcast for everyday English, natural conversations, and simple listening practice for daily life.
So happy you are here with us today. I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. Mia, quick question before we start. Can you begin your morning without coffee?
Honestly, no, absolutely not. I need coffee first, and then I can talk to people.
Same. Without coffee, I am not exactly a pleasant person in the morning.
And that is actually a perfect way to introduce today's episode, because today we are talking about coffee culture, and how to talk about coffee naturally in English.
This is a really useful topic because coffee comes up constantly in English conversations. At work, with friends, at a cafe, it is one of those everyday topics that you will encounter again and again. So knowing the right words and phrases makes a real difference.
And a quick note, today we are working at a comfortable B1 level throughout, but we will also bring in some B2 vocabulary and expressions along the way and explain them naturally, so you are always growing without feeling lost.
If you enjoy learning English through real topics like this, please like this episode, subscribe, and share it with a friend who is also on their English journey. It genuinely helps us reach more learners.
And we love reading your comments. Today's question: what is your coffee order? Tell us below. Hot or cold? Strong or sweet? We read everything.
Okay, let's talk about coffee.
Leo, let's start at the beginning. What actually is coffee culture?
Good question. Coffee culture refers to the role that coffee plays in people's daily lives, the habits, the social rituals, and the traditions that have built up around it. It is about much more than just the drink itself.
So it is bigger than just what is in the cup.
Exactly. For many people, coffee is deeply social. People meet for coffee. They work over coffee. They have important conversations over coffee. Think about the phrase, "let's grab a coffee." Grab here is a casual B2 expression meaning to get or pick up something quickly. So let's grab a coffee means, let's meet up and have coffee together. It is one of the most common casual invitations in English.
You can say it to a friend, a colleague, or even someone you just met. Hey, let's grab a coffee sometime. Very natural, very relaxed.
And in many English-speaking countries, particularly the US, the UK, and Australia, coffee shops have become much more than places to get a drink. They are places to work, to think, to read, to meet people. A kind of unofficial community space.
There is actually a phrase for this: coffee house culture. Coffee house culture describes the idea of spending extended time in a cafe. Not just buying a drink and leaving, but settling in, feeling at home, treating the space as part of your daily life.
So coffee culture is really about people, places, and the conversations that happen around a cup. It connects people across the world in a surprisingly powerful way.
Okay, now let's talk about something very useful: the types of coffee. Because if you walk into a cafe in an English-speaking country and you just say, "I want a coffee," the barista will look at you and say, "What kind?"
And then you panic. We have all been there.
So let's go through the most common types, one by one, nice and slowly.
First, espresso. A small, intensely strong shot of coffee. Very little volume, maybe 2 sips, but very powerful. It is the base for most other coffee drinks. If you want pure, concentrated coffee flavor, this is it.
Americano. This is espresso with hot water added. The result is a larger, still quite strong cup of coffee. Very popular in the United States, which is where the name comes from.
Latte. Espresso with a generous amount of steamed milk. Smooth, creamy, and much milder than an espresso. If strong coffee is not really your thing, a latte is a great place to start.
I like to think of a latte as a warm hug in a cup. Comforting and gentle.
That is a very accurate description. Next, cappuccino. A classic. Espresso with steamed milk and a thick layer of milk foam on top, often finished with a dusting of cinnamon or cocoa powder. Interestingly, in Italy, where cappuccino originated, it is traditionally a morning drink only. Ordering one after lunch is considered slightly unusual.
Really? Only in the morning?
Yes, so if you are ever in Italy, have your cappuccino before noon. Good cultural knowledge to have.
Flat white. This one is particularly popular in Australia and New Zealand. It is similar to a latte, espresso with steamed milk, but smaller and with a higher ratio of coffee to milk. More intense flavor, less volume.
Cold brew. This is coffee made using cold water rather than hot, and it takes a long time, sometimes 12 hours or more. The result is smooth and rich, never bitter, because cold water extracts the flavor more gently than heat. Usually served over ice, perfect for warm weather.
And finally, Frappuccino, or just Frapp, a blended iced coffee drink. Coffee, milk, and ice all mixed together, usually topped with whipped cream. It is really more of a treat than a traditional coffee. Very sweet, very popular, very photogenic.
Let's run through them one more time quickly. Espresso, small, strong, black. Americano, espresso plus hot water. Latte, espresso plus lots of milk, smooth and creamy. Cappuccino, espresso, steamed milk, foam on top. Flat white, like a latte but smaller and stronger. Cold brew, coffee made with cold water, served over ice. Frappuccino, blended, sweet, iced.
Practice saying those names at home. Soon, you will walk into any coffee shop and order with complete confidence.
Now, let's practice ordering. This is where a lot of learners feel nervous, but the conversation follows a very predictable pattern, and once you know it, it becomes easy.
I will be the barista. Leo, you are the customer. Let's go.
Hi, can I have a latte, please?
Of course. What size would you like? Small, medium, or large?
Can I get a medium, please?
Sure. And would you like any milk alternatives? We have oat milk, almond milk, or soy milk.
Oat milk, please.
Great. And would you like an extra shot of espresso?
No, thank you. Just one shot is fine.
Perfect. And your name for the order?
Leo.
Great. That will be ready in just a few minutes. Your total is $4.50.
And that is a completely typical coffee shop conversation in English.
Let's look at the key phrases. The barista opens with, "What can I get for you?" That simply means, "What would you like to order?" You answer with, "Can I have a blank, please?" Very polite, very natural. For example, "Can I have a cappuccino, please?"
Then comes the size question, small, medium, or large. But, and this is worth knowing, some coffee shops use different names. At Starbucks, for example, small is called tall, medium is grande, and large is venti. This confused me the first time. I ordered a tall thinking it would be a big cup, and it was the smallest option.
Lesson learned. So, tall equals small, grande equals medium, venti equals large. And milk alternatives, oat milk, almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, these are increasingly common and completely normal to request.
English speakers love customizing their coffee orders. To customize means to adjust or personalize something to your exact preference. So you can ask for extra sugar, an extra shot of espresso, no foam, light ice. The options are almost endless. Some orders become quite elaborate.
A large iced soy latte with 2 extra shots, no foam, light ice, and 1 pump of vanilla. The barista has to write all of that down.
It is practically a sentence.
Now, coffee expressions. These are phrases that come up constantly in everyday English, and many of them are directly connected to coffee.
I need my morning coffee. Almost universal among coffee drinkers. It means I genuinely cannot function properly until I have had coffee. You say this when coffee is not optional. It is necessary.
Let's do coffee sometime. A casual, friendly invitation to meet up. It is similar to let's hang out or let's catch up. The coffee is almost just an excuse. The real meaning is let's spend time together. You can say it to an old friend you have not seen in a while. Hey, it has been ages. Let's do coffee sometime.
Coffee break. A short rest period during the working day. You stop, get a coffee, maybe have a snack, and then return to work. In many offices, the morning and afternoon coffee break is a fixed part of the daily routine.
I'm running on coffee. This is a great one. It means I am exhausted, and the only thing keeping me going is caffeine. Running on something means being powered or fueled by it. So, I'm running on coffee today means coffee is basically replacing sleep as my energy source.
Would you like to grab a cup of coffee? A slightly more polite version of let's grab a coffee. You can use this with colleagues, friends, or even in a more romantic context. It is a very classic first meeting suggestion.
And a fun one that has become very popular. Coffee is my love language. Love language refers to the way you show affection or care for someone. So, coffee is my love language means bringing someone coffee is how I express that I care about them. If someone makes you coffee without being asked, that is love.
Pure love in a cup.
Coffee culture is not the same everywhere. Different countries have very different traditions around it. Let's look at a few.
Italy, the birthplace of espresso culture. In Italy, coffee is drunk quickly. You stand at the bar, the counter, drink your espresso in 1 or 2 sips, and leave. It is fast, efficient, almost ritualistic. And as we mentioned, a cappuccino after lunch would raise a few eyebrows.
In the United States, the relationship with coffee is quite different. Americans tend to drink large quantities, often carrying coffee with them in a travel mug or paper cup while they commute, drive, or work. This is where the phrase coffee to go comes from. Coffee to go means you want your drink in a cup you can carry with you, not something to sit down and enjoy. Speed and convenience are the priorities.
In the UK, historically a nation of tea drinkers, coffee has grown enormously in popularity over recent decades. London in particular has a very vibrant specialty coffee scene, with many independent cafes. The flat white became very popular there, partly brought over by Australian and New Zealand immigrants.
Turkish coffee is something quite special. It is brewed in a small pot called a çezve, and it is thick, strong, and often sweet. The coffee grounds, the small particles, remain in the cup. You drink until you reach them and then stop. And in some traditions, once you finish, you flip the cup over and let it cool, and then someone reads the shapes left by the grounds to tell your fortune. It is called tasseography, coffee cup reading.
I would love to have my coffee cup read.
And Ethiopia, believed to be the actual birthplace of coffee. There is a legend about a goat herder named Kaldi, who noticed his goats were unusually energetic after eating red berries from a certain tree. Those were coffee berries. Ethiopia also has a beautiful coffee ceremony, a slow, meaningful ritual where beans are roasted fresh, ground, brewed, and served in small cups as an act of hospitality and community. It is not just about the drink. It is about welcoming people. It is about connection.
Coffee really does bring people together, across cultures, across centuries. That is a remarkable thing for a drink to do.
Let's slow down and go through the key vocabulary from today. A calm little word tour.
Barista, the person who makes coffee professionally in a cafe. A skilled barista can also create latte art, decorative designs drawn in the milk foam on top of your drink. Hearts, leaves, swans.
Grind. To grind coffee means to crush roasted coffee beans into small particles, like a powder, before brewing. Different coffee types need different grind sizes. Espresso needs a very fine grind. A French press needs a coarser, meaning rougher, grind.
Brew. To brew coffee means to make it, mixing hot water with ground coffee to extract the flavor. I'm brewing coffee means I am making it right now. The coffee is brewing means it is in the process of being made.
Roast. Coffee beans start out green. Roasting, applying heat, turns them brown and brings out their flavor. Light roast produces a milder, more delicate taste. Dark roast is stronger and more bitter. If you like strong coffee, go for a dark roast. If you prefer something smoother, try a light or medium roast.
Decaf, short for decaffeinated. Coffee with the caffeine removed or significantly reduced. Caffeine is the natural stimulant in coffee that gives you energy and keeps you awake. If you want to enjoy the taste of coffee without the energy effect, especially in the evening, Decaf is the answer.
Customize. To adjust your order to your personal preferences. English speakers love customizing their coffee. Extra shots, specific milk, less foam, more ice. To customize means to make something your own.
If any of these were new today, no problem at all. Go back and listen to this section again slowly, and try to use one of these words in a sentence before the end of the day.
That is your English brain getting its daily workout, just like your morning coffee.
So, what did we cover today? Coffee culture, what it means and why it matters in English-speaking life. The main types of coffee: espresso, Americano, latte, cappuccino, flat white, cold brew, Frappuccino. How to order confidently. Key phrases, size vocabulary, customization options. Everyday coffee expressions, from "I'm running on coffee" to "Coffee is my love language." Coffee traditions around the world: Italy, the US, the UK, Turkey, Ethiopia. And key vocabulary: barista, grind, brew, roast, decaf, customize.
That is a lot, and you made it to the end. Be proud of that. Every episode you finish is another step forward. Your English is improving, even when it does not feel like it. Just keep going, a little bit every day.
Now, our question for you. What is your coffee order? Write it in the comments. Hot or cold? Strong or sweet? Flat white or Frappuccino? We love reading your answers.
And if this episode helped you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with a friend who wants to improve their English through real, everyday topics.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. This was the English Flow podcast from Speak English Flow Daily.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone!
Bye-bye. Take care.
Your English learning journey doesn't stop here. Continue building your confidence and fluency with the next episode of the English Flow podcast. Click the next video and keep progressing, one conversation at a time.